Magandang araw mga ka-aerial defense, may ibabahagi na naman ako sa inyo dahil ngayong araw na ito ay may bagay tayong pag-uusapan, pagsiklab ng World War III dahil sa tensyon sa West Philippine Sea, pinabulaanan ng PCG, pero bago tayo magpatuloy wag mo muna kalimutan mag-like, share, and subscribe, paki-follow at like muna ng aming page na nasa description na ang link. Sinabi ng tagapagsalita ng Philippine Coast Guard na si Commodore J. Tariela sa West Philippine Sea, na ang senaryo na maaring sumiklab ang World War III bilang resulta ng patakaran ng bansa sa West Philippine Sea ay illogical at preposterous. Ginawa ni Tariela ang pahayag matapos sabihin ng kolumnistang si Ana Molendog Uy, na itinutulak ng Estados Unidos ang Pilipinas na galitan ang China. Sinabi pa ni Tariela na ang Pilipinas ay nakatuon sa pagpapanatili ng kapayapaan at katatagan at ang Transparency Initiative ng bansa ay nakatuon sa layuning ito. Binatikos ni Tariela ang hindi makatwirang pahayag na ang patakaran ng Pilipinas sa West Philippine Sea ay maaring magdulot ng World War III. Nabanggit din ni Tariela na naging diskarte ng China na baguhin ang status quo sa West Philippine Sea sa pamamagitan ng pamimilit at pagwasak sa itinatag na rules-based order. Inihayag ng Armed Forces of the Philippines ang pasasalamat sa mga Pilipinong handang ipaglaban ang bansa sakaling sumiklab ang kaguluhan sa pagitan ng dayuhang kaaway, at sinabing dapat maging handa ang publiko sakaling maganap ito. Binanggit ni General Romeo Bronner Jr., AFP Chief of Staff, ang survey na isinagawa ng polling firm Octa Research kamakailan na nagsasabing 77% ng mga Pilipino ang handang ipagtanggol ang bansa sakaling may makalabang dayuhan. Sabi ng military chief, maraming pamamaraan upang ipakita ang pagmamahal sa bansa. Isa aniya sa mga ito ang pagsailalim sa Reserve Officer Training Corps o ROTC o pakikilahok sa Reserve Corps in order to be trained in military tactics. Gayun din, isa pang paraan ay pagiging self-competent sa propesyon upang maging kapaki-pakinabang sa panahon ng emergency, tulad sa medical field o sa engineering. Binigyang diin din ng opisyal na maaring tumulong ang mga Pilipino sa AFP sa pagbibigay kaalaman sa publiko sa buong mundo, at pakikiisa sa panawagan nila laban sa illegal, cursive, aggressive and deceptive tactics na ginagawa ng ibang bansa laban sa Pilipinas, partikular sa West Philippine Sea. Inihayag ng Germany ang increased interest sa mas maigting na maritime cooperation sa Pilipinas, ayon kay Pangulong Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., nitong Martes, sa joint press conference kasama si German Chancellor Olaf Scholz. Sinabi ni Marcos na tinanggap niya ang mga inisyatiba ukol dito at binanggit ang suporta ng Germany para sa Philippine Coast Guard. Sabi pa ni Pangulong Marcos, nilagdaan ang Joint Declaration of Intent on Strengthening Cooperation in the Maritime Sector sa pagitan ng transport agencies ng dalawang bansa sa kanyang working visit. Nanindigan si Marcos na nananatiling committed ang Philippine government sa pagtugon sa mga issue sa pamamagitan ng dialogo at konsultasyon. Nagpasalamat din siya kay Scholz para sa suporta ng Germany sa international law, kabilang ang 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea.
My meeting with Chancellor Scholz was productive and insightful. We discussed the importance of advancing peace and development in the Philippines. As like-minded partners, we reaffirmed our commitment to promoting the rules-based international order, extending our commitment beyond our own regions to contribute to the broader global community. On defense cooperation, Germany has been providing training to the personnel of the Armed Forces of the Philippines since 1974, making Germany the second oldest formal defense partner of the Philippines. And I express the Philippine government's openness to discussions on cooperation that go beyond training and into new areas such as cyber and maritime domains. I also express our appreciation for Germany's continuous support for the capacity building of the Philippine Coast Guard. Before my arrival to Germany, the joint declaration of intent on strengthening cooperation in the maritime sector between our two countries' transport agencies was already signed. I am heartened by Germany's increased interest in enhancing maritime cooperation between our two countries, and I welcome more initiatives to enrich this relationship. On regional and international matters, I thank Chancellor Scholz for Germany's staunch support for international law, including the 1982 UNCLOS. Our shared commitment to international law strengthens our partnership and creates a favorable atmosphere for working together on global issues. I reiterated that the Philippines remains committed to addressing issues through dialogue and consultation. Yet the Philippines, like any sovereign state, will continue to firmly defend its sovereignty, its sovereign rights and jurisdiction in accordance with international law.
Per se, Germany aims to further broaden its commitment and engagement in the Indo-Pacific. We aim to diversify our imports from other countries in the world, and we want to make a contribution towards ensuring that we have as many partners as possible so as to avoid creating dependencies. And the Philippines is a very important partner for us in Southeast Asia. We have a long tradition on which we can build, Mr. President. We can look back to 70 years of a bilateral relationship, and we aim to further deepen and expand that relationship. We also had a detailed exchange of views about the recent developments in the South China Sea. Here again, it is about adhering to international law, ensuring the freedom of navigation. And we are working to ensure that the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea is being adhered to by all its parties that have signed up to it. Peaceful development and the peaceful settlement of conflicts and disputes is important here. As early as in 2016, the Philippines have taken an important decision in that regard. Generally speaking, we want to do whatever we can to help settle tensions or address tensions in a peaceful manner. The negotiations on a code of conduct for the South China Sea is therefore of the utmost importance. ASEAN is a very important actor in the region. We are aware of the added value that the cooperation with ASEAN has in that regard.
Hindi binabaliwala ng Pilipinas ang mga mungkahi ng China upang resolbahin ang mga isyu sa South China Sea, subalit kinukwestiyon ang basehan nito sa likod ng mga kondisyon. Ayon kay Pangulong Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., iginiit ni Marcos na patuloy ang pagkwestiyon ng Pilipinas sa historical claims ng China base sa 9-dash line nila na naging 10-dash line map.
China has submitted new proposals aimed at avoiding a conflict. Your government has expressed its skepticism and rejection. Could you perhaps explain to us what your criticism is of these proposals submitted by China?
We have not rejected any proposals that China has made to us. But the premise is something that we question. And that premise that China has made is that their territory is follows what is now described as a 10-dash line. This is not recognized by any country, any international body, certainly not by the Philippines. Our baselines have been well established for years now. We have the economic zone that China has already intruded upon. And until that premise that China has made in terms of all its discussions with the Philippines, then it's very difficult to see a way forward, because it is, for myself, for example, as I always explain, when I took office, I took an oath to defend and support the Constitution of the Philippines. The first article of the Constitution of the Philippines is the article that describes and defines the territorial area, maritime and land-based territory of the Philippines. And it is my duty, I have no choice but to defend that, and we will continue to do that.
Para sa mas madaming update tungkol sa ating defense, abangan lamang ang aking mga bagong video. Para naman sa mga gusto magpa-shoutout, mag-comment lamang po at share, paki-follow at like muna ng aming page na nasa description na ang link. Huwag mo na rin kalimutan mag-like, share, and subscribe. Pindutin mo na rin ang bell para updated kayo sa aking mga video. Maraming salamat po.